Have you ever found yourself wondering what secrets you should keep close to your heart as you navigate the golden years of your life? Meet Dr. James Cooper, a spirited 75-year-old from sunny Phoenix, Arizona. With a twinkle in his eye and a wealth of experience, he's seen it all: joys, challenges, and the wisdom that comes with age. But one thing he's learned is that some things are better left unsaid, especially when it comes to maintaining your privacy and personal boundaries. As we age, we often find ourselves in conversations that can feel a bit too revealing. Maybe it's sharing your health concerns with acquaintances, or discussing your financial situation with friends. These seemingly innocent exchanges can lead to unexpected consequences, leaving you feeling vulnerable and exposed. Dr. Cooper knows this all too well. He's had his fair share of experiences where a casual chat turned into a lesson in discretion. In today's video, we're diving into the 9 things you should never tell anyone if you're between 55 and 75 years old. Each tip is designed to empower you, helping you to safeguard your privacy and maintain your dignity. But here's the catch. The most valuable insights are reserved exclusively for our subscribers. You won't want to miss out on the last tip. It's a game changer. So if you're ready to take control of your narrative and protect what's truly important, hit that subscribe button and join our community. And while you're at it, drop a comment below sharing the city and country you're watching from. Let's connect and support each other in this journey of wisdom and living well. Now let's jump into our first point: why maintaining privacy is critical for seniors. Dr. Cooper often emphasizes that as we age, our stories become more precious, and so does our right to keep certain aspects of our lives private. The world can be a curious place, and while sharing can foster connection, it can also open doors to unwanted scrutiny or even manipulation. For instance, discussing your health issues too openly can lead to unsolicited advice, or worse, pity. Dr. Cooper recalls a time when he shared a minor health concern with a neighbor, only to find that it spiraled into a community-wide discussion. Suddenly, he felt like he was under a microscope, and that sense of vulnerability was unsettling. Maintaining privacy isn't just about keeping secrets, it's about preserving your autonomy and dignity. It allows you to control your narrative and decide who gets to be part of your story. Dr. Cooper encourages seniors to think carefully about what they share and with whom. It's perfectly okay to keep certain details to yourself, whether it's about your health, finances, or personal relationships. By setting these boundaries, you not only protect yourself, but also empower others to respect your space. Remember, it's your life, and you have the right to choose what you want to share. As we move forward, think about your own experiences. Have you ever felt the weight of sharing too much? Or perhaps you've learned the value of keeping certain things private? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And stay tuned, because in our next section, we'll explore another crucial aspect of maintaining your privacy as a senior. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on any of the valuable insights we have in store for you. As we dive deeper into the essential boundaries every senior should set, let's explore the first crucial boundary: the importance of privacy in your personal life. It's easy to feel comfortable sharing stories from your past, especially with friends and family who have been part of your journey. However, oversharing can lead to unintended consequences. Imagine this. You're at a family gathering and someone asks about your health. You start sharing every detail, from your latest doctor's visit to your medication routine. While it may feel like you're being open and honest, this level of detail can make others uncomfortable. Dr. Emily Hart, our fictional expert in senior wellness, emphasizes that maintaining a sense of privacy is not just about keeping secrets, it's about protecting your peace of mind. So, how do you strike that balance? Start by identifying what you are comfortable sharing. Perhaps you can talk about your health in general terms, mentioning that you're doing well or that you're managing a condition without diving into specifics. This way, you keep the conversation light and avoid putting yourself in a vulnerable position. Now let's move on to the second boundary: the art of saying no. It's a powerful tool that many seniors overlook. You might feel pressured to attend every family event or help with every task, but remember, Your time and energy are valuable. Dr. Hart suggests that saying no can be liberating. It allows you to prioritize your well-being and focus on what truly matters to you. Think about it. When was the last time you felt overwhelmed by obligations? By setting boundaries and saying no when necessary, you create space for activities that bring you joy. Whether it's a quiet afternoon with a good book or a walk in the park, these moments are essential for your mental health. But what if you feel guilty about saying no? That's where the next boundary comes into play, the need for self-care. It's not selfish to prioritize your own needs. It's essential. Dr. Hart often reminds her clients that self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to support others. Consider this. If you're running on empty, how can you be there for your loved ones? Make it a point to carve out time for yourself each week, whether it's indulging in a hobby, practicing mindfulness, or simply enjoying a cup of tea in silence. These moments recharge your spirit. Now let's shift gears and talk about the third boundary, financial privacy. This is a sensitive topic, but it's crucial. Many seniors find themselves in situations where family members may ask about their finances, whether it's for assistance or simply out of curiosity. Dr. Hart advises that it's perfectly acceptable to keep your financial matters private. You don't owe anyone an explanation about your savings, investments, or spending habits. If someone presses for information, it's okay to respond with a gentle, "I prefer to keep my finances private." This not only protects your financial security, but also sets a precedent for how you wish to be treated. As we continue, let's explore the fourth boundary, emotional sharing. While it's important to connect with others, oversharing your emotional struggles can sometimes lead to feeling exposed. Dr. Hart suggests that you should share your feelings with trusted individuals, but be mindful of the context. For instance, if you're feeling down, it's okay to express that to a close friend. However, sharing every detail with acquaintances or in large groups can lead to misunderstandings or unwanted advice. Instead, consider journaling or speaking with a therapist to process your emotions in a safe space. Now, let's pause for a moment. Think about your own experiences with boundaries. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by sharing too much? Or perhaps you've struggled to say no. I'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. Your insights could help others who are navigating similar challenges. As we move forward, we'll delve into the fifth boundary, the importance of setting limits on technology use. In our digital age, it's easy to get caught up in social media and online interactions. While these platforms can be a great way to stay connected, they can also lead to oversharing. Dr. Hart warns that sharing too much online can expose you to unwanted attention or even scams. It's essential to be selective about what you post and who you share it with. Consider limiting your social media time and being intentional about your online presence. And speaking of technology, have you ever felt overwhelmed by the constant notifications and messages? This leads us to the sixth boundary, managing communication. It's okay to set boundaries around how and when you communicate with others. For example, if you prefer phone calls over texts, let your family know. Or if you need a break from constant messaging, don't hesitate to mute notifications for a while. Dr. Hart emphasizes that clear communication about your preferences can lead to healthier relationships. Now let's take a moment to reflect on these boundaries. Each one is a stepping stone toward a more empowered and fulfilling life. But what happens when someone crosses those boundaries? That's where our next discussion will take us. The art of assertiveness. Stay tuned as we explore how to assert your boundaries effectively and maintain your peace of mind. And remember, if you're finding value in this content, consider subscribing. Your support helps us create more empowering videos just like this one. So what boundaries have you set in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments. And let's continue this journey together. The wisdom we share today can transform not just our lives, but the lives of those around us. Keep watching because there's so much more to come. As we continue our exploration of essential boundaries for seniors, let's delve into the fifth boundary, the importance of setting limits on technology use. In this fast-paced digital age, it's all too easy to find ourselves swept away by the tide of social media and constant online interactions. While these platforms can be wonderful for staying connected with loved ones, they can also lead to oversharing and, at times, unwanted attention. Picture this, you're scrolling through your social media feed and you see a post from a friend sharing every detail of their recent vacation. It's exciting, but it also makes you wonder how much is too much. Dr. Emily Hart, our trusted expert in senior wellness, reminds us that while sharing can foster connection, it's crucial to be selective about what we post. Consider this. Before you hit that share button, ask yourself if the information is something you'd be comfortable discussing in person. If not, it might be best to keep it private. Additionally, think about limiting your social media time. Setting aside specific times to check in can help you maintain a healthy balance and prevent the feeling of being overwhelmed by notifications. Now let's transition to the sixth boundary, managing communication. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with messages, it's perfectly okay to set boundaries around how and when you communicate with others. Imagine this scenario. You're enjoying a peaceful afternoon when your phone buzzes with a flurry of messages. It can be jarring, right? Dr. Hart emphasizes that clear communication about your preferences can lead to healthier relationships. If you prefer phone calls over texts, let your family know. Or if you need a break from constant messaging, don't hesitate to mute notifications for a while. Think about your own communication style. Are there times when you feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of messages? Setting boundaries can help you reclaim your time and energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. As we reflect on these boundaries, it's essential to consider what happens when someone crosses them. This brings us to the art of assertiveness. How do you effectively assert your boundaries without feeling guilty or confrontational? Dr. Hart suggests that assertiveness is about expressing your needs clearly and respectfully. For instance, if a family member asks for financial assistance that you're not comfortable providing, it's okay to say, "I'm unable to help at this time." Remember, asserting your boundaries is not about being unkind. It's about honoring your own needs and well-being. Now, let's take a moment to think about your own experiences with assertiveness. Have you ever found it challenging to stand your ground? I invite you to share your stories in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others who are navigating similar situations. As we continue, we'll explore the seventh boundary, the significance of personal space. This is especially important as we age. Personal space isn't just about physical distance, it's also about emotional and mental space. Imagine a scenario where a well-meaning family member drops by unannounced. While you love them dearly, you might not be in the mood for company. Dr. Hart advises that it's perfectly acceptable to communicate your need for personal space. A simple, "I appreciate your visit, but I need some time to myself today," can go a long way in maintaining your peace. But what if you feel guilty about needing that space? That's where our next discussion will lead us. The eighth boundary, the importance of prioritizing your own needs. It's easy to fall into the trap of putting others first, especially when it comes to family. However, Dr. Hart reminds us that prioritizing your own needs is not selfish. It's essential for your well-being. When you take the time to recharge and focus on yourself, you're better equipped to support those you love. Think about it. When was the last time you dedicated a day just for you? Whether it's indulging in a favorite hobby, taking a leisurely walk, or simply enjoying a quiet moment with a cup of tea, these moments are vital for your mental health. Now let's pause for a moment. Reflect on the boundaries we've discussed so far. Which ones resonate with you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences can help create a supportive community where we all learn from one another. As we move forward, we'll dive into the ninth boundary, the power of gratitude and positivity. This boundary is about cultivating a mindset that not only protects you, but also enriches your life. Dr. Hart often emphasizes that practicing gratitude can shift your perspective and enhance your overall well-being. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you create a buffer against negativity and stress. Consider starting a gratitude journal where you jot down a few things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice can transform your outlook and help you maintain a sense of peace. And speaking of positivity, have you ever noticed how uplifting it is to surround yourself with positive people? This leads us to our next discussion on the importance of surrounding yourself with supportive relationships. As we wrap up this segment, I encourage you to reflect on the boundaries we've explored today. Each one is a stepping stone toward a more empowered and fulfilling life. Remember, if you're finding value in this content, consider subscribing. Your support helps us create more empowering videos just like this one. So, what boundaries have you set in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue this journey together. The wisdom we share today can transform not just our lives, but the lives of those around us. Keep watching because there's so much more to come.